right, and again, another episode. We're going to be jumping into some maintenance on the Porsche. This time we are, hopefully you can hear me, let me just readjust this real quick. We are going to be doing maintenance on this beast right here. Spark plugs, as well as the ignition coils for that. Not that much of a hard issue to do, really more just a little bit of time consuming since everything is on the back side of the car. Basically like back here behind both of the tires. So with that said, you're gonna just need to get spark plugs, the ignition coils, a spark plug extractor, some tools, a jack, a couple jack stands, and we'll go from there. But with this being said, because I actually did change the air oil separator, I had some leftover oil that was inside of the compartments for where the spark plugs are. So we're going to clean that out, pull out the air box, basically clean up everything that's in there with all the oil, all the gunk, and put the spark plugs in, put everything back on, and get it going. So this is more so of a learning tutorial for myself as well as anybody else that wants to follow along. So let's get going. All right, first thing I'm going to do is get into the engine bay. Take off the top foam piece support. Put the sucker aside. And now I'm going to go get the Torx bit heads for the screws right here. There's 4 of them, technically 5. But I already have one off at the moment, so you just need 4 at the moment. That's going to be a Torx head bit, which is the I think what, T30, that fit perfectly on there. So let's get that off, and then we will start taking apart the air box and get that clean before I go to the spark plugs. Shields off. There's the motor. So what I'm going to start doing is taking off the phantom as well as the throttle body and the tube to the throttle body as well. So I'm going to take off these 2 wires, this one as well, and get this out. Side note, on a 987 and a 987-2, the air oil separator is actually right here in the back. So right here, air oil separator, compared to the 987, which should be over there. If you're looking to do the change on this as well, it's different from the 987 to 987.2. This one being it's a 2009. So it's not too hard. You can do it. It's gonna take a little time. I would say maybe about an hour and 45 minutes to like an hour, 2 hours. If you have an extra hand to help you, that works phenomenally because it is a pain in the ass and a tight fit.
That's what she said.
Another good one. You're on fire.
Let me get started with taking off the Pandem, as well as, I think I'm saying it wrong. I'll probably figure it out, so I'll probably mention it already over here somewhere of what it is, to get that off, and the throttle body. See if there's any issues with oil in there, because it did have some oil last time I checked the lines before. So we're gonna try to clean that out and we'll go from there. All right, I'm getting the Phantom out, and there's 2 actuators here, but you really need to be careful with when you're doing the pull on this. So what we need to do is kind of fandangle this up a little bit more. So I need to unplug this one right here. Okay, you have to be really careful with these 2 because, you know, it's a 2009, so it is a pain in the butt. So on the corner, little push clip, push it down in, little section over here. So I'll do the same on the other side. I can fit my big old fingers under here. So just push up, and voila. Now I'm gonna try to pull this little tube off as well as to this one right here. And we should be good. Okay, so yeah, it's off. Still a clean work. Trying to get as much of this residue out as I possibly could. Here is the throttle body. Not as bad. Clean up a little bit. Needs to go just a couple more cleanups, but it's not too bad. I can still see right there. Yeah. Yep. Gonna take care of that right about now.
8:01 p.m.
Okay, guys. Sorry for the late response. Yeah, it's nighttime. I took my rim off. I need to take out these screws over here and these ones over here to take off this plastic and that plastic to get to the spark plugs, which are back there. So we have nosh, and this wires are off on the top, and you're gonna need come on, you can do it. Yep, not right there. 230. That's for all those on the bolts and everything outside. I think it's a 3/8 for the lug nut wise, and then for these it is a 225. Alright, I don't know if you guys can see that. Let me see if I can zoom in just a little bit here. Yeah, there we go. There you go. So there is a little bit of oil on, I think it's what, cylinder 3, which is the one furthest to the right. So this is what it looks like. So definitely going to change out the rest of them on this side, and then see if there's anything else with the other two. And once I pull them out, I'll show you guys, and then after that I'll put everything back in, put it back together, and go on the other side, see how it is on the other side.
The next day.
So yeah, it's now the next day. Had a little issue, so we had to take it to my boy's shop. Couldn't take the last two spark plugs out. The main issue was basically I couldn't fit my hands through there. So took it to the shop. They have other special tool to take care of this, and that should be done. So you're gonna have a big problem when it comes into taking these out, which is basically the ones that are closest to the cab on both the passenger and driver side. So just when you run into something like that, if you have small hands enough to do it, take care of it. If not, take it to a shop. So. And that is a wrap. We are finished. So a little under an hour to fix the last two, but it's done, and she's running strong. And if you guys want to see a picture of all the spark plugs, I'll leave a link inside of this video under to my IG. You guys can check that out. But other than that, I hope you guys had a good experience on figuring out how to do this, because it was a pain in the butt, but it was fun and knowledgeable. So other than that, everything else has been done, and yeah, so thank you guys for watching. If you haven't, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys on the next episode of whatever I get into. Alright, catch you guys later.